A horror movie in summer. Well, I guess Conjuring 2 was released in summer. And Krampus was released in Christmas, so horror movies nowadays are no longer reserved for Halloween. Hereditary, directed by Ari Aster, and is the first horror flick that I am reviewing in 2018 as a whole. So, Hereditary tells the story of this family who are going through a period of mourning, and they are in the process uncovering more and more secrets about their ancestry and the grandmother of the family. There's a creepy doll's house and a demon involved, and it's the horror movie event of the year that will leave you unsettled as shit. Now, my buddy on YouTube and subscriber Ryan O'Toole, he totally recommended this movie to me, as he gave it a glowing 5 out of 5 star review. His recommendation heightened my expectations, and while I heard critics were loving this movie, audiences were panning it. I suppose audiences were put off by this movie due to its bizarre structure. It's a different kind of horror movie, but I applaud it for avoiding each horror cliches. I'd sit for a horror movie that attempts to be something special over a horror movie that follows cliches any day. This isn't The Last Jedi, moviegoers. Last Jedi, I see where the haters are coming from, as fans justifiably had fan theories that the movie resolved unsatisfyingly or forgot to resolve entirely, but to Hereditary, there's no fan theories with this movie. So to me, it's okay to like Hereditary. Hereditary to me is a totally solid horror movie. Hereditary's the greatest horror movie of the 21st century since The Conjuring 2. Yep, 2017, that year was full of shitty horror movies like Flatliners, The Bye-Bye Man. Not exactly a perfect one, mind you, but a great one. Finally, a competently made horror movie since Conjuring 2. It's about time. So let's begin with my positives. This movie solves the flaw which everybody has with horror movies in the 21st century. You know, the family in this movie, thankfully, they're not just protagonists that are there to die. Hell no. Thank you ever so much, Hereditary. You have given us Thank you ever so much, Hereditary. This is an awesome family who are going through an emotional time. Thank you ever so much, Hereditary. This is a innocent and awesome family who we're 100% on board with and give a shit about, and want their storyline to be resolved positively after all the shit they've been through. And that's helped by the staggeringly mesmerizing performances. Millie Shapiro as the little girl of the family, for example. 2018 is literally the go-to year for best girl characters in movies. That being said, this is totally Toni Collette's movie. Toni Collette as the mother. She is underrated and fucking astonishing in this movie. Man, I'm like, the Academy should, fingers crossed, give her a Academy Award nomination for Best Actress for this role. But if not, then don't worry, Toni. You shall receive a Thomas Award nomination in that category for sure. Well deserved. And this movie engages you so much with the backstory of the family. The more you discover about their ancestry, the more you're concerned for this family. And having our demon be involved in the grandmother's backstory, that helps the horror conflict feel personal, and that's what horror movies nowadays lacked. Something personal for our protagonist to fight back, and yet dolls do appear in this movie. Yeah, dolls to me and my family are creepy as fuck in horror. You know, it's similar to that moment in the video game Until Dawn where Ashley and Chris discover the doll's house with exact doll replicas of everybody. It has horror elements that will stay with you. Literally, the night after I saw this movie, I was just shivering and quivering in my bed, just looking around, checking for any signs of a demon. I even requested a freaking nightlight that night. I confess my one gripe with this movie would be I was generally unsatisfied with the resolution of this movie. It's super negative and yeah, it wasn't the resolution that our heroes deserved. To me, and Jeremy Jahns hit the nail on the head when he mentioned the third act of this movie is an exact rip-off of the third act of The Witch, in which the entire family is brutally killed off and the demon is victorious. You might as well have had the movie conclude like a horror video game with "Game Over" appearing on the screen. But that aside, Hereditary is sweet, yep, and it's one of my favourite movies of 2018. Thanks ever so much, Ryan, for the recommendation. I give Hereditary 4.5 stars out of 5. Great movie. So yeah, this movie deserves a more positive general consensus from audiences. If Hereditary is a little more successful financially, then I predict we may receive even more horror movies, as Olaf from Frozen would say, in summer. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Hereditary? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Google+ and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.